Hello again, everybody. This is Coach Patrick with Shimeru Judo and Jiu Jitsu Club. I wanted to make one more video here for what should you know now that you have signed up for the program. Okay, so you've learned what to expect when you come in. You've learned how to avoid injuries and what the etiquette and the rules are and all that kind of stuff. But now you're signed up. What do you need to know to make this this journey fruitful for you and to reach your goals? The first one is, discipline is not bestowed upon you when you sign up for a martial arts program. Discipline is internal. Motivation is really kind of unreliable. This is a common thing jiu-jitsu coaches talk about and all good coaches talk about is you are not going to wake up every day, as you know, motivated to go attack the world, okay? Instead, what you can rely on is having a commitment to something. So if you've signed up for the program, pick a number of days that works for your schedule and say, I'm gonna be there for at least 2 sessions a week, or at least 3 or 4, or whatever works for you. Our job as a gym is to make sure that we have enough training opportunities that we can accommodate whatever that person's goal may be. However, we cannot reach out and drag you into the gym. You have to be able to show up, not because you're motivated and excited that day, but because you have committed to doing this journey for however long it is that you've set your goal. And now you're going to do it simply because you said you're going to do it. You're going to show up whether you're tired, whether you're hungry, whatever the situation is. That doesn't mean necessarily that you have to show up every Tuesday at 6 p.m. If that session doesn't work out for you, okay, figure out how you can backfill that time with another class that we have somewhere later in the week. Another one, if you have any scheduled long-term absences or you get sick or anything like that, generally if we don't see you for a week or 2 or whatever, we reach out just to make sure you're okay. We do actually care about our members here, but it's always good to let us know. It's nice if somebody has 2 weeks or 3 weeks of travel or family time or whatever planned, that we know we're not going to expect to see them, then we don't worry or try to track you down or whatever. Same thing, if you get sick, just let us know. It's always, we are kind of like a family here. We want all of our people to just be taken care of. If you have any problems or anything like that, it's good if we know. So if any of us can help you out, we will. But it's just good to know if people aren't going to be around for a little while. And next one is dealing with injuries. Some of our videos have been about injuries. It might seem a little outsized because we actually don't get that many injuries. People get banged up here and there. That's very common. One of the things you see with people, they come in and they get they tweak their rib because maybe their muscles aren't fully adjusted. That takes maybe a few weeks or whatever. But the idea is you can be hurt without being injured. Okay, if you are injured, you absolutely need to take time off the mat and cater to that. If you are hurt, you can possibly still train. Now, when I say train, that doesn't mean you come in here and you just ignore your injury and just stay sparring full go and all that kind of stuff. That's not very smart because that will just prolong your injury and make you at some diminished level of yourself for a long period of time. So I certainly don't recommend that. However, if you're not showing up, you're not learning. I've had people that one of our favorite guys, he shortly after joining the gym had a shoulder surgery, not because of jiu-jitsu, just an existing injury. Had a shoulder surgery and couldn't get on the mat for 12 weeks. But that guy was here 3 nights a week or more, just continuing to learn and learn and learn. So when he finally gets back on the mat, there's a small gap in what he's missed because he's seen it, he's understood it, he's watched people do it. And in many cases, when somebody is injured, I will tell them, depending on the severity of the injury or the hurt or whatever it is, go ahead and jump on the mat, be with the team, learn, and you can do the technique. There's no danger to you if you do the technique. However, we just won't allow anyone to do the technique to you. Now you're coming in and you're still working on building that skill set and collecting new skills, but you are not putting yourself in any compromised position to re-injure or prolong any existing injury that you have. You do need to respect your injuries and all the little things that you get that get you banged up. The more you handle it early on, the shorter the time period will be that you're diminished or off the mat or whatever. The next thing to know is there are very much highs and lows in the sport of jiu-jitsu. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. Sometimes you feel like you can just tap out everybody. Sometimes it feels like you're just getting crushed by everybody. Very, very common. And you just have to ride that out. There's no real secret to it. You just have to stick to your commitment. Lean into your discipline, showing up because you have to, because you're holding yourself accountable, and just kind of ride that out. You know, there's a thing in jiu-jitsu called the blue belt blues. I happen to think it happens at like every rank. You just experience it for the first time at blue belt. But what the blue belt blues is you go through this period of time where you feel like, dang, I learned jiu-jitsu and suddenly I suck at it. That's not really the case. Usually what's happening when somebody goes through those blues is they're simply adding skills to their game. And they're getting out of their comfort zone, away from their A game, and they're starting to do things that are new to them, and maybe they're missing it, and so they're going from a top position to a bottom position, and now you're stuck defending your guard and everything else, and so it feels like you were on the run that whole round. Well, you were on the run the whole round only because of a small little change that probably in 2 or 3 weeks you will have sorted out, have a new skill in your arsenal, and now you're on the top, or you submitted the person and you're starting fresh for another round. So don't worry about the ups and downs. Stick to your commitment, stick to your discipline, ride that stuff out, and in the long term, your jiu-jitsu will keep improving and increasing. So that is a little bit about what to expect once you have joined the program and you're in it for the longer haul. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out, ask me in class, or ask me through, you know, call, email, text, whatever you want to do. Always happy to accommodate and answer any questions you might have. Thanks a lot.